Hi, Mary Jane. Thank you for being here, sweetie. Hello. Thank you, Art. Thank you, Halloween baby. I got some things to address too. I'm sure she got comments. It's fine. It's all right, Halloween. Hi, Sunshine. I like that song. I'm gonna let it play one more time. If it does. Well, just a few more people maybe jump in. Okay, you guys, I'll play it one more time. What is it called? It's called, oh, I can't see it. Hold on. It's called can't see it. I can't get the pause off. All right, I'll just play it again. All right, Halloween baby. People say things all the time. Mean, they don't mean. The people that call people out on it are worse than anybody. That's probably why they notice it, because they do it. You know what I mean? I was never a bully in middle school, high school, elementary, ever my whole life. Most of my kids were bullied. And I'm not going to become one on YouTube. I've seen many people become bullies on YouTube. Many. It's sad. And I know my music is fun. Hi, Blue Scarlet. Thanks for being here. Hi, Lulu. Isn't this a pretty song? I don't know who it's by yet. La la la. Hi, everyone. How do I see the song? Oh, there it is. It's called Read All Over. R-E-A-D. Read All Over by Nathan. I've done songs by him before. I don't know his last name. All right, you guys. Hi there. How is everybody? It's 10 here, so it's 11, 12, 1 Eastern time, midnight-ish. Well, thank you, Rapper. I know I can sing because I've gotten compliments my whole life, but it's okay if you want to say that. It's actually a good off by this millisecond. I've noticed when I watch back my lives, it's not connected. Okay. Hi, Jay. Just the Jay is coming in. Usually Joe is there. Just letting you know. Do you want me to call you Jay? Yeah, so Rapper's back. I think he likes it here. I think he feels fairly comfortable, to tell you the truth. And you know, we're just going to do our usual, is just all get along. And if the person is bothering you in some way, right? Are these even? I put purple. Bothering you in some way, then just hit the 3 dots, all right? Because I don't want to block and I don't want to time out over here, you guys. Okay. Oh, that doesn't look right either. Where do you live, Rapper? What state are you in? You know? All right. So I'm gonna do my usual. If I missed any names, I apologize. Don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff. Kind of having fun reading these. Luckily, it's not long, right? So last night I read the patience practice periods one, where you practice. This one's be the first one to act loving or reach out. There you go, Rapper, and everyone else in chat, and myself, right? Everything applies to me too. So many of us hold on to little resentments that may have stemmed from an argument, a misunderstanding, the way we were raised, or some other painful event. My soda fell over there. Stubbornly, we wait for someone else to reach out to us, believing this is the only way we can forgive or rekindle a friendship or family relationship. An acquaintance of mine whose health isn't very good, that's what this guy who's writing this said, recently told me that she hasn't spoken to her son in almost 3 years. Why not? I asked. She said that she and her son had had a disagreement about his wife and that she shouldn't speak to him again unless he called first. When I suggested that she be the one to reach out, she resisted initially and said, I can't do that. He's the one who should apologize. She was literally willing to die before reaching out to her only son. After a little gentle encouragement, however, she did decide to be the first one to reach out. To her amazement, her son was grateful for her willingness to call and offered an apology of his own. As is usually the case, when someone takes the chance and reaches out, everyone wins. The music's off, right, you guys? I'm doing good, sunshine. Hi. The music's off, right? Hi, Cheesehead34. Hello, Rapper. Oh, look like sun coming in the window. That's the light. I only have one bulb that's working in it on purpose. I mean, I can buy more, but I don't like it too bright. But I think the other one might have popped on a while back. Hi, Pam. Hi, Kylie. Hi, everybody. Yes, music off. Oh, God. Whenever we hold on to our anger, we turn small stuff into really big stuff in our minds. We start to believe that our positions are more important than our happiness. They are not. If you want to be a more peaceful person, you must understand that being right is almost never more important than allowing yourself to be happy. The way to be happy is to let go and reach out. Let other people be right. This doesn't mean that you're wrong. Everything will be fine. You'll experience the peace of letting go as well as the joy of letting others be right. You'll also notice that as you reach out and let others be right, they will become less defensive and more loving toward you. They might even reach back. But if for some reason they don't, that's okay too. You'll have the inner satisfaction of knowing that you have done your part to create a more loving world, and certainly you'll be more peaceful yourself. Short and quaint, right? I forgot to pin at the top Pisce's Thomas's stuff. So I'm gonna play the song again. I apologize. I plumb forgot, you guys, and pin it in my live. All right. Let's see. Okay, so you guys, if you get harassed by anybody in chat, anybody, just hit the 3 dots, ignore it, please, because when you time out and block someone, it just everything becomes worse anyway. Okay? Because I'm the only one that's going to do the blocking and the timing out. All right, I'm going to put that pretty song back on. And pin the real Piscine Predators. I got his PayPal yesterday too, and his Cash App. Okay, don't tell me I have to read. There we go. Okay. stop, you guys? Hi, Reader. I don't hear music on this end, so I'm assuming it stopped. You guys let me know if it stopped. Hi, Woodrow Wilson. Hi, Kimmy's Lounge. Thank you for coming over. Thank you. Okay. If anyone bothers you in chat, just hit the 3 little dots. I have a lot of mods, but I'm the only one that does blocking and timing out, okay? Yes? Okay, thank God. All right. Any names I missed? Let me look back just a little. Barbara Smith, hi. I just pinned the Real Piscean Predators Cash App and PayPal up there because he's struggling to the point where he's got to move out of California. The sooner the better because of this valley fever, which ended up giving him pneumonia. He was misdiagnosed twice. So everything turned into sepsis. And his insurance only covers part of the meds. He has daughters to take care of, child support payment, and he's also struggling because, he was unbelievably sick for 3 weeks and in the hospital for 2. So, yeah, he's called the Real Piscean Predator. People will go over and sub him up and, give him likes on his videos. It would really be helpful. Also, he lives with his grandparents. Both aren't that well off, right? Well, have their own illnesses they're dealing with. His grandma has Alzheimer's and he takes care of them. Yeah. So he's got a lot on his plate. And I think he said, I know he works and he's trying to get back into the swing of things, but just getting through his last live on the tribute to Sassy 7, he had to literally turn off the camera to cough. He had to do a breathing session, I think it was called, before he did the live. And I think it was an hour and a half long, and he probably should have been up there no more than an hour. And he realized that too. He was fighting back tears of gratitude and love. He's a very humble man. He's young. He's only 40, I think he said. And he lives in that silicone, whatever it is, valley. And it's unsafe for him to be there. And he almost died. The doctors said 24 more hours. If he hadn't been in the hospital getting, antibiotics and things, he'd be dead, period. And he knows it. So, and once you get this valley fever, I didn't know any of this, it's dormant in your body, right? That means forever. Okay, Raider, that's not elevator music. It's pretty music. It's pretty. Da, 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 da. I think it's kind of sad, though. I don't know what I'm going to play, right? It's the YouTube library. Yeah, 40's young. In my 20s, I thought it was old, right? All right, you guys, I'm going to address some things. Now, I was just going to say one little quick quip about a creator out there who has no problem saying my name, but I'm not allowed to say hers. And so I'm just not going to because it's just going to make things worse. Now, I'm trying not to make things worse. I have nothing against this lady. The letter I sent out to her, I have nothing against her. And furthermore, I don't call her a grifter. I never have one time. There are some people in my chat that do and have and might even still continue to do, which I wish would stop because this is a channel of non-bullying and just treating people the way you want to be treated, right? Which is good, hopefully. But because these people come into my channel, right? I guess I'm considered in the same league with everyone. And I know in my gut, heart, soul, mind, I'm not. Okay, I'm just not. Even if someone's grifting out there, if you call them on it and you're nasty about it, I think that's bullying. And I'm not saying I'm being bullied, but that's just how I feel about it. When you really aren't in the person's shoes and you don't know what they're going through. So I'm just gonna, it's not a defend thing. It's just, I'm gonna explain myself. Okay. I'm the one that's always said I get a trust fund. When my grandma passed, she didn't, or before she passed, we talked about it on the phone. This was 6 years ago or so. And she said, I don't want you to lose your housing. What do you think will be okay? And I didn't know if I would get something monthly, tri-monthly, yearly, or what, because they own some property and I guess some walnut trees or something like this in Iowa. There's some money, right? I don't even know when this trust fund's going to end. I don't. I don't call up my aunt and uncle who are the executors and ask these questions. I'm just grateful for what I have. So every 3 months, I used to get 400, and then I would get a $100 gift from my aunt and uncle. So I got 2 checks. So I opened a bank account and that's where I cash them. Then, I don't know, 2 or 3 years later, it went up about 100 and my gift stayed the same, right? So then I was getting 600. Now, all of a sudden this year, I'm getting 200 in a gift and then 500 for the trust fund. And that way I'm not in trouble with the government. I'm not, you know what I mean? Because I need my housing. Let's see. So right around that time when I got it, in the middle or around January 8th, I got it. And I know I don't have to explain all this, but this is what I do. This is how I am. This is who I am. And it makes me feel better to explain it. My oldest kitty, he was sick anyway with granuloma complex. What is it? Isonomic granuloma complex something, where you scratch and scratch, and it's not a lot. It's about $30 every 3 months. I'd have to give him prednisolone, right? Which is a steroid. And it helped him from losing all his fur and things like this. And he was a homeless kitty. And this disease or ailment is caused by eating rats. Now, I've said this before, I don't know where, but anyway, he was really, really skinny. I don't know if he hardly found, or she, when we found her. But when I brought her to the vet, she was diagnosed with asthma, feline flu, and that feline not RSVP, right? That's when you write someone back, whatever, RSV, I think. And she was staying away from the other cats more and just, and I'm just not one of these people. I never have been, I never will be. To keep an animal around so they can suffer and I can be okay, right? So it was time. And it cost me a little over 100 to put the kitty down. And then also right around that time, all right, so that brings me down to 500 and something around that left. I mean, I'm just going to explain my things, my budget, because I guess I can't keep a budget. Or that's the word on the streets. So anyway, then the kitty had the kitten, her diarrhea. And the first time it went away on the third day. And I Googled it and I didn't have to worry about it. But of course, they all need to be checked for worms because kittens can have worms. Again, the kittens were not supposed to happen. The mama kitty, I was told, was a little Maine Coon boy when we got him a year ago now. And so when this male kitty that we rescued over a year ago was, humping and doing and caterwauling. I mean, I had to Google this stuff. I didn't think anything was happening. There was no yowling from the female kitty, which we thought was a male kitty. He was doing it so much, though, to that one, we noticed, right? I figured it's just because we thought it was a he, right? That Soots. When we named her Soots. Soots is kind of a male name. I don't know. We thought it was. But I kept him, which we thought was a him, Soots, in here quite a bit, especially at night and all this. Just because it's not fun, right? Everywhere you go, you're nearly getting mounted. I called the Humane Society. That's the only cheap place in our town. And they were backed up. First it's 2 weeks, then it's a month. I counted my calls. In a month and a half, I called that place 6 different times. I asked where I was on the list. I mean, they practically knew me by name. Then I got my trust fund around that time, not this one. So this was, I don't know, 6 or 9 months ago or whatever it was. No, it was in January, February, March, May, June, July, August, July. And I was just like, forget this. I'm not going to wait and wait and wait, right? Cats started spraying and this and that, right? The male one that we rescued. I'm not going to wait to pay $45 and wait. So there's 165, boom, like that at the cat clinic. So my trust fund is always going to the animals pretty much. And if we're low on food at the end of the month, which a lot of people are that are on food stamps, ask anybody, frankly, get $20 or $30 worth of food to get us by. So anyway, and I took notes because I don't want to leave anything out. And I watch her program when I want to kind of see what is said. And I'm really glad I almost didn't. I had to type her name in again. I'm not subscribed. And I wish her the best with her channel. I really do. Yeah. Now, okay, as far as my kids working, my son's OCD is so bad now. It's so bad. He can barely leave the house. In the summertime, I will literally say to him, there is no option. Okay, you haven't been out of the house in a week. Just put your sunglasses on, put a jacket on. We're going to shop for whatever. My daughter's along and just come into the store. I don't want him to turn into agoraphobia. And he knows he can handle it, right? It's not like he's kicking and screaming. He's 28, He weighs 165 pounds now. And, he's bigger than me. And he has the biggest smile on his face when he can even go over to a few sections, like the toy section, and whatever, when he likes to just look at tech decks and stuff, even though he's older. This is why I know he's on the autism spectrum too. His interests, his social ineptness, if you know what I mean, his just all of it. Anyway, so when he works someday, or even if, honestly, I don't see it. I don't see it. We thought maybe he could get his license 10 years ago or whatever, you know. It almost seems like his ADHD, not being able to focus and read and take time, whatever, to study the booklet, kept that from happening. And now it's his mental thinking and his worries and his fears and his social phobias and his, you know. So, in other words, you guys, he can't work. And I want to say I'm 80%. I'm 80% sure he'll be in a home someday. But that's only if I can afford it. And I can't. There was a time when he wanted to go into one, about 4 years ago. But now he doesn't. Now he's got in his mind like he can handle things. He can barely handle things, and I'm his caretaker practically here. My daughter, I went with her this summer, and we applied at some places that are half a mile away, a mile, right? That she could take a bus to or something, because I don't have a car, I don't drive. I could have one and I could drive, but I've had 2 permits in my life, and now I don't want to drive. She does, and she has the booklet, and we've been to the little place called Exhilaration down the street. So I look into things for her. But a couple of them called her back and said they weren't hiring. She was so disappointed by just a couple of people, right? She just didn't want to look anymore. So I'm letting her take a break on it. You know what I mean? And I talked to her about it. And I told her I was 18 when I got my first job waitressing. And I had to pretty much pound the pavement all day till I found Zachary's Pizza, Burlington, Vermont. And I was there a few years. So when it stops being so darn cold and snowing, and like now it's raining, right? This spring we'll venture out again. So there you go. Also, I don't push my daughter into college and things that she really doesn't want to do right now. She's 19. She'll be 20 in March. Because for 2 years, her junior and senior year, she was home. She did not want to get the C. She did not want me to get the C. And none of us have had it ever one time. And I'm proud to say that because we isolated. And we've always worn masks, and we still do. So she got good grades, but you know, she was on her computer, and then she and I would do puzzles, hang out, watch a little TV on her off time. But she busted her ass. You know what I mean? Maybe someday she'll want to go to college or something. But I'm just not going to push it after everything she's done. Like, she needs a big, major break, and she's had one. She gets to relax a little. So that's the deal with that. When people say my mom gives me money, right, for toiletries, she does. She does. But, you know, I don't think having this many pets, and yes, it's my fault, and when this guinea pig passes, Charlie, I'm done. 14 years of guinea pigging, cleaning cages, paying for all the stuff is a lot. But yeah, I get 100 a month. It doesn't go very far, especially when, you know, a 40-pound box of litter is $23. That's just litter. So to say, for people to even have the notion that I have all this extra money or I don't have to worry about a kitten chow or anything, I'm here to say I don't worry because I live in the moment. And I'll say it right here. God will provide. He has provided for me. I've never gotten child support from either dads, my daughter's dad or my son's dad. And I never asked for it. The government tried to go after it, my daughter's father, but he's on SSI. So it dwindled from my first letter saying I'd get $400 a month. Next letter, I think it was $200. Next letter, $50. Next letter, $0. And honestly, I was fine with that. I was okay. Okay, this is why, too, I'm on housing. And I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed to have help by the government. I've been able to be a stay-at-home mom and take care of my son now. Never, never did I think, or his father, think that things would transgress like this and get worse. Just so you know, I'm not even reading chat. I can't even see it from here. So just so you guys know, if you're asking me questions or anything crazy is happening, just hit the 3 dots if anyone's bothering you. Because my son was in his own place. I moved him in. I moved him out 2 days later because of the carpeting. He couldn't handle it. Turns out it was new. I tried to tell him that. He thought it was old with dog hair and he couldn't breathe type thing. And anyway, so we moved him back in to the exact same place and then out again, all in 10 days. And that was when he was even doing better up here. That was at least, I can dare say, 7 years ago or so. All right, so now the other thing is, I'm going to say right here, my rent, because I'm on housing, is $916 a month. My son, for this past year, got $914. So I had to save $1 for a money order. I did. I just did. That's how I pay my rent here. And another $1, because there's a 50-cent fee on the little machine, right, up at Fred Meyer, just to get, right, money off the card. And then the extra $2. So I would always, to be on the safe end, save $5 from my mother's toiletry money. So if that sounds like someone has a ton of money, I don't. But when I have a little extra to give, seriously, to Demetrius, helping him way back with his oxygen machine, and Dolly Vision, Jimmy Williams in the past, being part of that show and wanting to feel like I can contribute financially too, I'm going to do it. And now lately, a little bit, because it's out there in chats and whatnot, Ernie Shell. Because a man's got to eat, right? So now, this year, the SSI has gone up to, I think it's $943. which gives us a whopping 27 extra dollars. And guess what? And I'm not being facetious, you guys, but guess what? We're happy about that because my son would like Spotify and it's 12 or something, and then there's tax. I don't know, it's 10 or 15, right? And then he needs a fan, a little fan, because he's getting a notice on his thing about his Xbox getting too hot. You see what I mean? Boom, it's gone. Now, as far as me working, I'd say when he was doing better as a teenager and he was living with his dad and living with me and this and that, I possibly could have, but really not really, because my daughter was young. I had her at 41. I wanted to be home when she got off that bus. I didn't want to be at a job. And I'm the one that has mostly provided for and taken care of. And we're talking 98% Parker's last easy 10 years of life. And my ex knows it. Period. And I'll say this right here. My ex, my son's dad, he'll send me a 50 or whatever, right? He sent $70 for a bike helmet. He'll send me 50. Often? Hell no. Frequently? Hell no. But he does what he can. But I've done all the rest with the help from my mom, who's now 82, no child support, and the government's help. Okay, the other thing, I have never tried to friend request Miss So-and-so, right? Who's saying I'm grifting and going along with their chat in the consensus in her world over there. Because why would she want to be? We used to be a long time ago, and apparently she, way back a year ago, she wanted to contact me and talk to me about something, and I blocked people back then because I thought they didn't know they were blocked. It sounds stupid, but this is how naive I am about technology. Now, if I have like a pretty bad issue with someone, I don't even block them. I mean, I did one person for a while, but she's unblocked now. But I put him in this restriction thing, right? I'm still learning. So when I sent that letter and then the voice message, the letter was apologizing with the whole thing with 3 and giggling at what he said and how she took things personal, my laughing and what I said, and I genuinely apologized. And I said in that letter, I typed it, I don't expect you to want to be my friend. The voice message is over that porn stuff because a certain person was in her chat saying me and Rose were behind it. And I was like, hell no, this is ridiculous. So I left a voice message. Okay? I know there's too much water under the bridge. And even if she liked me 1% out of 100, or didn't hate me 1% out of 100, there's too many followers of her, friends, other people that dislike me, and that's okay. All right. Hopefully I covered it all. So yeah. I think that's literally it with that. Now listen, As far as getting back on Dolly Vision ever, I'm going to say it would probably be an utter miracle at this point to be allowed in any chat, be anywhere, right? But I know in my heart and in my mind and in my soul, I know it's not Jimmy keeping me from it. I'm going to say it. It's not. I'm not saying who. I'm not sure who. I have an idea, but I'm not going to speak about it. If I am ever allowed back on that show, it'll be a miracle. I know that. And also, it's up to him. It's up to him and what he's comfortable doing and his decision, not, I'm going to say it, a bunch of females out there. And I'm good with that because he knows what he needs to do. He knows what's right. I'm sure he'd like to keep the peace in his life. And, and that's why I'm completely, utterly grateful for this past year. I'm not sitting on the sidelines, you guys. Now, I was really hopeful right after the holidays. I could, come back, at least in chat, maybe not up on panel ever. But, it just, reality was sort of happening with me more. And I, thought about things and realized more. And what I've realized is that people preach forgiveness. And I'm not talking about Jimmy. I'm talking about women, right? Forgive, treat people nice, and oh, we're all lovely over here and there and everywhere. You know? I don't see any. I don't see any for me. And that's okay. I'm okay. That's the thing. I don't even cry anymore over not being over there like I used to. It was all so astounding. And the cyberbullying for the month and a half was outrageous, but I made it through. I'm not going to join anyone's bandwagon of cyberbullying. This whole spiel here isn't attacking anyone. Let's get that clear. I'm simply expressing myself, I guess defending myself, and I know what I'm going through. So I'll end with this because I just thought of this. I have $93 left of my trust fund. Yeah, that's how quick it all goes. My son's birthday, okay, luckily I had food stamps to get him a cake, is 4 days after Christmas on December 29, just like Tattooed Angel, Becca's birthday is December 29. Money goes. I pay $10 for a ride everywhere I go. So in a way, it's like paying for gas and then some. Okay, I have no problem with that. I help my neighbor. She helps me. I love her. We're good friends. She lives on the bottom floor. I'm on the third. But $93 is going to get me by, hopefully, 2 litters tomorrow and a bag of kitten chow. I have a ton of cat adult food or whatever left. The kittens have nibbled on some adult. They're not eating very much of it. I still have about 10 cans of meat. And, I need to get some toilet paper. We're a little bit low. I think that's about it. And I'll probably get some soda. So I have like 1 left. So, let me say this, you guys. I'm not monetized for this reason alone. I'm going to say it. Can you imagine if I was getting flippin' super chats? The shit I would get from anybody and everybody, right? 20 bucks here, 50 here, 10 here. No, I don't get super chats. Frankly, I don't want to. I want to be able to be allowed in peace to get a little Cash App or PayPal once in a blue moon. I don't get them every day. Gosh, people don't have money like that. And the other thing, oh, and I was told by a lot of people I should put a wish list up, right? Around Christmas, my son's birthday. Hell no. Hell no. I'm glad I stuck to my intuitiveness because I knew that would backfire on me. But the main thing is, this is the main truth. I don't feel right about it. Now, I suppose if I ever do one and I'm getting this stuff and I don't have to worry about paper towels or my daughter can have something special, it's probably pretty dang incredible, right? It's like things falling out of the sky in your lap almost. And then I'll probably think, gee, I should have done this a long time ago, but I don't know what that's like, and I don't really want to know. So I'm a single parent doing the best I can. I'm trying to be patient with my son when he knocks on the door. See, he's smart, kind of. I mean, not kind of, he is. He knows he'll get my undivided attention because I'm busy and I got to focus on him. See? But I'm trying to teach him boundaries. We've talked about this kind of thing, and it doesn't really do any good. So am I going to get mad all the time and just have contention with him or pick my battles? So I mute, I address it, and you guys just hang in there with me. So that's it on all of that. Now I know there'll be more videos made. Did you see Paper Cut Tina defending herself? She is a grifter. She still asks for things for her kittens. I'll tell you what, when I get a 25 or even $5, and the most I've gotten is a 50, I'd say a couple of times, maybe 3. And that's in like the past, since I started putting it up, what was that, 2 months ago? It's really nice. It's nice to be able to send someone in need $15 so, they can go to McDonald's and get a meal. It's nice to know that I can get a box of litter before I'm out. It's really nice. I don't call it grifting. I call it, if you want to help me with the kittens, which weren't planned, weren't expected, and we will never give them away. Never. They're the most amazing half tabby, half Maine Coon kittens I've ever seen. All 3 of them. They all have their own little personalities, and they're doing more of snuggling now and purring, like they purr now. You know what I mean? Anyway. All right. I could have gotten monetized way back, and I thought it might be smart, right, to kind of do it. But I've said this a million times. I did the first part, and then I couldn't get my gosh darn URL in the thing where you put your address. Do you know what I mean? I was going to do it. No, honestly, I don't even want to be monetized now. You guys, I'll be scrutinized all the more by YouTube. I make enough mistakes. Do you know what I mean? Not that many. I have 1 warning in 4 months. No, I know. I know, Tattooed Rebel. But it was brought to my attention on Messenger. So I said, well, I'll address it, but I'll just kind of say this and say, make that make sense or whatever. but I watched it and it was for people that don't like talking about me. It was me and then a little bit of something in me and a little bit of something and people in chat, they're the ones. Like she would go off on another topic. The ones in chat are, oh yeah, and look how she does this. And oh yeah, she needs money and there's cheaper places. No, no. The emergency vet here is flipping expensive. I haven't gone there in ages. The Humane Society's backed up. So I know it's going to continue. That's why I don't say to people, don't talk about me. Don't make clip channels about me. What have I done to you? Blah, blah, blah. No, it's going to continue. It's part of YouTube. I don't care anymore. But I wanted to address this money stuff because people seem to think I have extra. Not really. All right. So just hit the three dots on the side if anyone's not being polite. But don't cry, but you cried earlier. Oh, I cried earlier because I was talking about my son. You know, you guys, he truly was a perfect little baby. Adorable, cute laugh, so happy. And he had those darn meningitis shots, 8 months. Now I just said that. Now I'm probably screwed. 8 months apart, you know, and that was wrong. So I'm going to get off that subject. But that's when it all started. Besides this intrusive thoughts at age 11, I didn't even let him. We didn't even watch. The heck is it called? SpongeBob, because of the words "you loser" and all that by that, not shrimp, the starfish. Do you know what I mean? Because I didn't want my son to walk around at the age of 5 and 6 and go, "You loser." Do you know what I mean? Like I was that careful, you know? Oh dear. Wow. That's very eloquently said. Mm-hmm. Contributions and compensation are only grifted or swindled when obtained by fraudulent or deceptive methods or schemes. Yeah. The kitten Sunshine, it wasn't too bad. It was 78 with tax because I asked for that little kitten's exam. You have to have an exam, right? Before anything, before they do anything, right? And then it was roughly 25 for the anti-diarrheal medicine, and the deworming process was 50 something. So we're looking at roughly 125 or 127. I was pleased with that. But guess what? If I didn't have that left in my trust fund, I would have been short some of it somehow, you know, at least 50 or 75. And now these other kittens still have to get dewormed. And I told her, I said, well, I'm not seeing any worms. They're not sick. So when I get my next trust fund, right, in April, they'll be going. The other two. Yeah. So, mm-hmm. Sorry about that, Halloween. Well, hi, Michael Blade. Thank you for being here. I noticed you were in my chat a couple days ago and I missed your name, pretty sure. Hi, Shirley Weimer. Hi, Pink Peony. Hi, Tashi. Hi, BH. Thank you. Hi, Brittany Blue Eyes. Thank you. Yeah, I know. I'm an open book. I have been since the beginning of last year. I know. It feels good though, you guys. It feels good. I just explained nearly every penny. If people want to continue, because I'm going to continue when I do put it up someday, because you know what's really weird? I'm being called a grifter right now when I'm not even putting my Cash App or PayPal up starting yesterday. I want any donation, I don't care how much it is, to go to what I pinned at the top, to Thomas. He needs it, you know? He'll, he could die without some of those medicines. He has to leave the state of California. He doesn't even know when he'll be able to do that. People want to send him some things. He doesn't have a P.O. box. He said he's going to work on it. He's not grifting. He's not asking. He's not begging. He did his program because he couldn't answer every single email out there, right? So he said it felt good, even though he felt sick and weak and coughing and, you know, he looked a little pale and all that. I mean, he doesn't even look like him anymore. He's lost 25 pounds in 1 month, no facial hair. Um, you know, and I'm sure he's worried for his health and his future, and he wants to be around for his children mostly. And then Julie Delk is his mother. She comes in here pretty often. He almost died. And like I said last night, when your organs are shutting down, like he couldn't understand the pain down there. His kidneys and didn't he say liver? Just felt like someone was stabbing him. I can't imagine because when my appendix ruptured in that one teeny spot and I had to put a heating pad on it and I didn't even know what was going on and I paid attention to my body and went and got checked besides the EMTs coming because they said I was fine. I can't imagine pain like that. But the doctors told him it was his organs trying to shut down. And if the sepsis gets into other organs, right? He doesn't have the medicines he needs. You know, it's sad and it's scary. And I know we all go through stuff and there's people in chat here I'm sure really struggling and have their health issues, you know. I have my stupid tremors. Um mhm. Mhm. Intermission. Okay, so uh well what he said what he said is if he gets this, if he gets like run down or gets pneumonia again, or probably even gets the C that I believe is floating around again and never really left, just a different strain and level. It's what I think. He probably won't make it through. Yeah. He can't get sick again. Oh, I'm way behind in chat. Hi, Robin Barber. I'm very, very, thank you, Maria G. I'm very, very far behind because I just talked for what, 20 minutes? Hi, Ghost Devil. Good to see you. Say hi to your mom. Maybe she's in here and I haven't seen her. I don't know. Yay. Yeah. I didn't want to. I always told Team Rose if I'm getting it this bad without a channel, oh my God. But it's been worth it. It's been fun because I've got all you really nice people, you regulars, and some new people are hopping in now. And you know what I mean? All right. It's been an hour and 15 minutes. And I'm going to read about Disarm. Now, remember last time on this domestic violence stuff, I talked about being assertive or being aggressive, right? It's better to be assertive. And there were all these pamphlets on the techniques and this and that and how you set these little goals. It was just too much. It was just too much. I think we all kind of know kind of how to set goals. And if you don't, I'm sure there's places you can call or look into or stuff. So I'm going to read this. Disarm. Destructive self-talk awareness and refusal method. These are from classes that I took eons ago, it feels like, 2001 and 2002, when I, through my life, was going through domestic violence. And I wanted to learn and I wanted to be around other women that were going through it and all that. So what it is, Disarm is a tool which exposes the self-talk and images which tell us to use as lies, excuses, and rationalizations. It challenges those urge-producing thoughts at every opportunity, shooting them down like a gunslinger or reducing them to the point of absurdity. All humans, not just humans with substance abuse problems, have thoughts, urges, or other impulses, which, if followed, would harm their long-term interests. Realizing the power of what we think and believe about our strong urges to use in changing distorted thinking is crucial to success. Indeed, the trouble with the philosophy of eat, drink, and be merry for tomorrow, eat, drink, and be merry for tomorrow we die, is that tomorrow comes and we aren't dead. I haven't heard that expression before. So we are wise to first make ourselves aware of our destructive self-talk, thinking that it is contrary to our long-term interests, and then refuse to go along with it. While we cannot will ourselves not to have certain thoughts or feelings, including strong urges, we can learn how to recognize that there are actually thoughts driving our urges and how to refuse to go along with them. We can learn to disarm them. Then we can walk away from the situation or get ourselves involved with something other than focusing on our urge to use, it says here. So, right, a lot of people, not all, might have a drug or alcohol problem, which keeps them and makes them feel like they're stuck in an abusive relationship. This is men and women. Men get abused too by women, most definitely. We may not hear about it as much, right? They may be embarrassed. It might make them feel less of a man or masculine if they even told a neighbor or relative, you know. When it is used, when a person indicates that he or she has been having strong urges, whether or not he or she is given into them. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, so, you know, some people do have the urges to use and whatnot. And those people, I mean, it helped me for the 10 or how long did I go? Trying to think. The last 3, I haven't been going to AA, and I have 12 years, so 9 years that I went to AA. People will walk in the door if they feel like using and they raise their hand or they just say, I need to share. And then people will rally around them and go have a coffee or talk to them or become your sponsor, or you'll just make a friend, right? And then the longer you're off it, the cravings are supposed to go away. And the habit, it takes 3 months to get rid of a habit. That's why they say to find out if you're an alcoholic anyway, I'll speak on what I know and have learned. It's 90 days. Go 90 days without a drink. Not 80, 90. Not that easy, especially if you're used to drinking every weekend or at dinners or, you know what I mean? And if you can't, and you have these alcoholic tendencies or whatever, you're more than likely an alcoholic. But nobody can tell you you are. You have to learn it, figure it out for yourself. So question, do I have to give in to the urge because it is intense and hard to resist? No, I don't have to give in because the urge is strong. It would be easy to give in, but I don't have to. I have had urges that I did not give in to. Therefore, it must be possible to resist. Question, will it be awful to deny myself by not giving in to the urge? Answer, no, it won't be awful. It may be quite unpleasant, but unpleasant is not awful. It's just unpleasant. If I don't give in to the urge, it will get weaker and come less frequently. If I do give in, the urge will stay strong, be harder to resist next time, and show up more frequently. Question, is it really unbearable not to give in to this urge to drink or use? Answer, I don't like the way it feels to deny my urge, but since it doesn't kill me not to give in, I could keep on resisting. Remember, individuals drinking large amounts of alcohol may need to go to a detox center when they first stop because the sudden end of alcohol really could be injurious. Thank God I never had to do that. But I did take an AA meeting with some other people. We'd sign up on a thing, and I went to some detox. I went to one place that's right next to the police, or not the police, the jail, one of the country jails out here. And it was really rewarding. And I didn't feel like drinking, but it helped keep me sober. Do you know what I mean? Seeing how sick they were, and some of them trembling, and they were in their blue, I don't want to say whatever they slept in and lived in, a lot of them there, come in their slippers. Some of them were just looking so downtrodden, so sad. But then seeing and hearing the transparency and non-judgment kind of thing, some of them had never been to a meeting before. They opened up. I'm not just saying this, you guys. And at the end of the meeting, they were looking at us and their eyes were big and they were like, wow, thanks for coming. It was really intense. intense because we all pray at the end of it, the Lord's Prayer or the Serenity Prayer. I also took meetings with two other ladies. I'm just thinking of this, I've forgotten. To a place where young girls, we're talking like 13 to 17, were getting in trouble mostly using, not so much the drinking with it. Did juvie time, did this, did that, and they're in this place for women. And they were all in gray t-shirts, gray sweatshirts, and gray sweatpants, and their slippers, and they'd come in with their bottled water, and it was so cute. And my daughter was around that age, maybe at that time 3 or 4 years younger. And we decided who would speak and who would lead the book reading, if that's what it was. And these young girls would come up and give us hugs, and that was really rewarding too. And by the way, it was a lockdown place. They couldn't just leave. I can't remember the name of it for the life of me. Cannot. Number 4, am I somehow entitled to be able to give up using without strong urges to go back to using? Answer, no. I don't have a note from God, my mother, smart recovery group members, or anyone else which entitles me not to have strong urges to use. It may be unpleasant to resist some of my urges, but no one gave me a get out of the unpleasantness free card. The disarm method allows the individual experiencing the craving to carefully and rationally answer a few key questions. The results will help the individual to understand that the urge truly can be overcome, and that as success is experienced, the urges will be less strong and will occur less frequently. That's facts right there, even with drinking. It's amazing. And if you really enjoy Alcoholics Anonymous, right? You can go there if you have a drug problem too. You should be welcome with open arms. If not, keep going anyway. I said that the other day. You may find in AA what you used to find in the bottle. I did. Disarming the enemy. Some people find it helpful to use a technique to dissociate yourself from the voice inside each of us, which says, it's a good idea to do something self-destructive. It is a game you can play with yourself, which might help you to identify the specific thoughts, which if followed would lead to using when you have already decided that in the long term this choice is not for you. Steadfastly refuse to go along with this thinking, no matter how attractive it might seem. I'm going to stop right there. I don't know if I shared this once. I might have. But I'm kind of, well, I better not say where I am. But anyway, I'm near an area. You go up a hill, and there was this beautiful sunset, and I just went for a little walk. And I didn't want to be alone, and I can't remember the situation that I was in. I'm pretty sure my daughter was with the foster family when CPS was involved for those 3 months. My son, I couldn't see either, so I was alone. And no, wait, it was way after that. I wouldn't even have had that thinking. Where was she? Was she with her dad? Anyway, I was alone. Okay, CPS, it was way before this, or after this. Or no, before it. And this was my thinking as I'm looking at this sunset, and I knew I could just get into town. Because people are kind of more friendly in a bar, right, than maybe a restaurant. I mean, maybe not, but that was my thinking. Really wanted to go have a soda and just have maybe someone to talk to or play a game of darts or pool. I don't know, something. And this is what my mind told me. First, it said, you can go ahead and do it. You've got a good, what did I have? 5 years sobriety on you. It's not a big deal. But my other part of my brain went, wait, what if you don't drink? Because I wouldn't have. At least I didn't, think I would have. But then you had such a good time. People were so welcoming. You go there again another month or year and you give into it. So guess what? I turned around and I walked home. Probably the best thing I've ever done. I didn't feel like drinking, but that's not the point. Apparently, your disease, I had a hard time understanding that alcoholism was a disease, but it's progressive. My mom says, it's a progressive thing. And my blackouts were profound in my 40s. I couldn't drink as much. That's for darn sure. I was like buzzed on a beer. I mean, it's all progressive. Yeah. All right. So, disarming the enemy. That's what I was doing, and I didn't even know it. Okay, so steadfastly refuse to go along with this thinking, no matter how attractive it might seem. Instead of talking yourself into lapsing, right? People call it relapses, or what's the other word? Not skip. The heck is it called? I can't remember right now. You can develop powerful countering and coping statements. To do this, it may help to invent and personify an enemy who lives in your mind and whose only purpose is to get you to use or drink. The enemy, your alter ego, knows you well and can change form to take advantage of your weakest moments. Name your enemy: salesman, gangster, diplomat, bad cop. When urges come, ask yourself, what is she or he telling me now? How is she or he trying to trick me? When thoughts are identified, without debate, attack the enemy with powerful counter statements. Nice try, jerk. You can't fool me. You can't be as aggressive or profane as your nature allows with the enemy. After all, she's trying to screw up your life. Then quickly focus on some other thoughts and images and activities which are consistent with what you want in the long run and inconsistent with what the enemy is saying. The enemy then loses his power and fades away. Later on, you can submit the enemy's tricks to an ABC analysis in order to dispute them. You usually discover irrational themes and patterns to the thoughts and arguments the enemy throws at you. While coping statements alone will often work, it is important not to omit disputing. If your coping statements are working, it is because you don't believe them as strongly as you believe the enemy. Through disputing, we can develop powerful coping statements you fully believe for use in the future. Through actually resisting the enemy's suggestions, you become increasingly better at doing it. Okay, enough of that there. It's all right. It's going to continue if you're talking about what I said, because, you could be talking to someone in chat, and I'm assuming it's about me. It really is okay. I'm really okay with it. Exactly. That's why I call it out before it happens. Okay. Oh, God. Well, there's Shelby Shell. That is rapper. That's Ernie Shell's brother's face as an avatar. You know how I know that? I followed Ernie Shell for like a whole year and a half or something, or a year. And more than likely that's a mugshot, right? And he is in prison today. Why it's sticking way out. Hi Moon Taxi. Hi Dollar. Hi Rocket Queen. Hi Tar. Did I miss any? Did you guys see that flash? I hope it's the rain. Am I getting not a copyright? Am I in trouble? Do you see anything on that end of trouble, you guys, with YouTube? Hi, Curiosity. Absolutely, Mary Jane. You have to. If I had gone to that place, it doesn't mean I would have drank that night or even the next week or the next month or the next year. But if I had had a good time, let's say the bartender was, let's say, extra nice to me, something as simple as, oh, I hope you come in here again, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Then when I'm feeling lonely or sorry for myself, right? Pity made me feel like drinking pretty often, right? Just why is so and so treating me like this? And you know what I mean? Why this? Why that? Yep. Hi, everybody. Hi, Teresa Bronson, Lisa Schenkel, Mama T, the OG. Hi there. Hi, everybody. Thank you. So just hit the three little dots on the side, okay? If there's any harassment in chat by anybody to anybody. Hi, Sandra Ernest. Thanks, every single one of you jumping in here like this. It's really sweet. Oh my God, you guys. All right, last night, right? I had when my live ended, I had 1,404. This morning, or this afternoon, I should say, 1,424. Yeah. Now, let's be real. More than likely, right? Because I got a lot of views too. The whole Piscean predator, and people were probably curious what I was going to say. That's not why I did it. But I'm sure bringing some awareness to other creators' plights in life, right? Probably made a difference in curiosity. Do you know what I mean? And maybe people appreciated that I was thinking about someone else. I don't know. But I'm tickled pink because my goal is 1450 and now I'm only 30 away. So please hit the like, please subscribe if you haven't and you're willing to. Facts. That's the other thing. I can get a job, but it had no wait. Yeah, yeah. No. If he does ever, right, as long as he's on it, it has to be part-time and it can't even be like 4 hours over in 1 week. And we know this because his real good friend that used to live in this town, who's in the Marysville area, was over. And then you're charged like 3,100 or something. Yeah. Or you can just altogether lose your SSI. Okay, if I missed anyone's name, it just goes up to Robin Barber. That's why I won't start a channel. So I think I got everyone. Thank you very much. Um, oh, wow. Fantastic. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know that saying, I don't know if you went to AA, anyone can stop. Or no, no. Anyone can quit? No. I think it's, I'm such a dumbass. Damn it. Anyone can stop. It's quitting that's the hardest, or something like that. But what's nice is that I just, when I'm in the store, I'm not looking at things and I'm, or wishing even. And for me it happened right away. Like I was sick of it. I was sick of, you know, the mixing that I would do, right? Of different alcohols, and then literally having alcohol poisoning. Not all the time, but sometimes. There were times I had to go to the ER. You did go to meetings. Yeah. Hi, Pirate Chick. Wonderful. Hi, everybody. Thank you, Moon Taxi. Yeah. Yeah. Can you imagine? And that's the thing, you guys. That's what I tell myself. Even though I get all emotional, I almost think, I don't know. I mean, my son's stuff with his intrusive thoughts are debilitating. And I'm going to say it. He's, even the last few days, he, well, you know, well, he said if something happens to his dad, he's just going to end his, you know what. And I didn't get alarmed. I just said, Parker, please don't do that. And he was like, well, I don't want to live without my dad. And I said, um, would your dad want you to do that? And he's like, no. And then he kind of said, oh, I wouldn't even know how to do it anyway, he said. He said, because last time when he bought a rope, he ordered a rope off Amazon. I found it in a backpack. This was probably 6 years ago. He said it was too short, so I can't even do that right. That's what he said. Like, it sucks. You know, you have to take it serious when people are even mentioning unaliving themselves. You can't just go, oh, you'll never do that. You know, Parker, you'll never do that. I don't know if I'll be around to see it, but I'm going to say right here, there's, his thoughts are so intense and they're not happy thoughts. And even when he tries to have a happy thought, the negative thought overpowers it. And then it ruminates, it circulates in the brain. Not all people have this kind of OCD. It used to be mostly hand washing, germaphobe. Now it's not so much that. But, and they're just thoughts. I've said this before. There's this older woman, like in her 80s. I read this little thing on the No CD program. And this is intense. Like, think about this. She's an older woman and she loves God. She loves Jesus, right? But her mind is making her have, I'm just going to say it, you guys, sexual thoughts about him. And she doesn't know why. And she can't help it. And like, the more it happens, like, she just self loathed, right? Herself. Like, she just hated herself. Hopefully she got some help. I don't know. I don't know how you really get rid of intrusive thoughts when they're the actions of having to have everything a certain this and a distance and a neat nick like I am. I mean, I used to not even leave a cup overnight in the kitchen sink, but now I can leave a few dishes, you know. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the antidepressant I'm on that starts with the letter, you know what I mean? Because that's for anxiety, depression, and OCD. So maybe that's what it was. But if he's ever not with me and I get that call, I'm going to say it right here. God forbid it happens. And I know there'll be people in chat going, oh my God, you're going to wish it into existence. You're going to talk it into existence. No, I'm a realist. If I ever get that call or find out, I won't be surprised because I just won't be. And that's depressing. Okay, so I said hello to everyone. And and he used to talk to someone on the phone, right? Cognitive behavioral therapist for 2 years, a wonderful man, but his significant other got cancer, and he had to, pretty much quit the practice and be with her. And I said just a few days ago when he was bringing this stuff up, right? I said, you really need to talk to someone, anyone, a man, a woman, just someone. And he just doesn't want to. But I kind of know my son. If I go ahead and get it orchestrated and they call and they meet him, because he likes to talk, he likes to share his life, he's really open, then he might be okay with it. So now my mind is gearing more to just get the ball in motion, or whatever the word is. He was on an antipsychotic for a whole year. Before that, he tried all of them out there. 1 month, 6 months, 3 months, 2 days, all of them. And the one that was working for him, OLANZ, I won't say the rest of it, made him gain weight like crazy. Then he went on another one. It was so, but then he gained weight like crazy. And then I've got his father in the background going pss, 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 in his ear on his phone calls. Oh, this hurts your liver. This. So right now he's just on the, and he's taking the Orotate one of LITH. It's not FDA regulated. I mean, we did talk to the psychiatrist and he said, I don't think there'll be a problem with those two. He said, but it's not FDA regulated and I don't know for sure. And he's choosing to. I guess a lot of our bodies are very, very low on LITH. You guys could fill in the rest. And you need that to kind of feel good and whatever. So we'll see. But he said to me just today, if it works, he's going off the main one. And that's what's kept him for these 4.5 years from having a panic attack. Am I disappointed and stuff? Yeah. Am I surprised? No. This is, my mom told me, she's a psychiatric nurse, and she told me years ago, about 8 now. She said, Megan, it's probably going to be like this for the next 10 years, on and off, on and off. And I said, yeah. But I didn't really believe it, right? Okay, so his anxiety keeps him from hardly going anywhere. But he would feel really good. And he did go to a peer-to-peer group 5 years ago or so, or no, more like 6. And there was just a couple older ladies in their 60s, and then his friend, he was like, I'm never coming back here. You can't give up. That's like going to an AA meeting, right? And feeling out of place or feeling like no one gives a crap or doesn't even notice you or care that you're there, right? And you just don't ever go back to it again. I don't believe in that. Just sometimes the places you least think you'll get help from is the place you might get the most from. Sometimes people that are rude, like a guy came up to me and said, Megan, I think you overshare, right? What a surprise. Really should talk to some of this stuff with your sponsor. And I looked at him and I said, my sponsor is aware of what I do, but I'm going to share what I want, but thank you. And I walked away. You know, I could have been like, gosh, I've been coming here for a year and now this guy's whatever, and I'm not coming back here. And I didn't. I kept going. I kept going. I kept going. And I really became a part of the program. But yeah. It is disturbing. It is. It is. Like people think all my giggling and happy-go-lucky. I can honestly tell you though, you guys, it's not a mask. It's not. That's probably why I can cry so easy. Because when I feel really deeply. But when I used to be on panel and I'm up here and I'm giggling and dancing and the talks aren't serious, I'm happy. I'm happy, A, because I have my son. He's not 6 hours away, and I'm wondering how much he's drinking. Are they going to get in an argument, him and his dad? Is he going to kick him out and he's going to leave? And then my son's disappeared because he got in a vehicle. Do you know what I mean? And even though it's hard, you guys, it's actually really pretty good. I gotta tell you. I would dare say, literally since I got sober in 2011 and got my daughter back in the courts and how joyous that day was before Christmas. I think it was December 13th, 2011. I've been happy. I have, even though my ex broke up with me almost a year ago and I had a stroke and my parents don't live close to me. My sister is a little bit sick now, but just letting God talk to her about it. And people are getting older. I'm happy. And honestly, I was happy before, I was happy even before I found all you and YouTube. I was. How could I have gotten up before having my own channel and been on a panel like that every night or whatever? Do you know what I mean? Because I was, even when I wasn't a hostess. And it's an age thing, you guys. You go through enough in life. You don't have to think about what you have to be grateful. It's like right there. There's no denying it. Do you know what I mean? Anyway. Yeah. Okay. You guys are all handling everything really fine in the chat. Hi, Donna Clark, Rocket Queen. Yeah. Try not to. 3 dots here? Hi. I'm happy too. That's cute. Okay, I'm going to go over this quickly because it's in my title. Thank you everyone for being here. Every single one of you. Thank you. And if you get harassed by anyone, hit the 3 little dots on the side. Just try to ignore it. It's the best thing. Trust me on that. It is. Even though there's a ton of mods probably in chat, you have to remember on StreamYard, I don't see one wrench. I can remember pretty good who I modded, but yeah, There's Mrs. Roboto with a hello. That's probably even Rapper. I don't know. He's probably got 3,500 accounts. Don't you, Rapper? Hi, Paw Hi, Joe. Yeah. Uh-huh. It is. It is. Okay, the exchange tool. Upset feelings are usually caused by the way we are thinking about what is happening, not the events themselves. Not the events themselves. Where was I even? Oh, upset feelings are usually caused by the way we are thinking about what is happening, not the events themselves. To change your feelings and your behavior, try the following exchange vocabulary. This idea was given to me by a client who related it to an exchange list for unhealthy foods. When you first try this new way of thinking, it might not feel right. The more you do it, however, the more natural these realistic beliefs will become. I think you will like the results, but prove it for yourself by giving it a fair try. Word exchange table. I'm going to read these little things pretty quickly, and then we're going to take a little intermission, and I need to get something for my son. All right? Okay. Instead of thinking must, right? I must do this. Try thinking prefer. Instead of thinking I should, try thinking choose to. Instead of thinking have to, try thinking I want. Instead of thinking I can't, look at all that writing on the back. Try thinking I choose not to. Instead of instead of thinking I ought to do this, try thinking I had better. Instead of thinking all, try thinking many. Instead of thinking always, try to think often. Instead of thinking can't stand, try thinking don't like. Instead of thinking awful, try thinking who thinks this though? I don't. Highly undesirable. I can just see three dot thinking that. Do you think that three dot if you're even still in here? Instead of something being awful, do you think it's highly undesirable? Or Raider? I will be back in a minute. Okay, thank you. Pea bombs? What? Not on my show. Somewhere else? Oh, you really think it was him? Oh, good night, Curiosity. Curiosity. Curiosity, it looks like. That's something Team Rose would say. Okay, that's rapper. Rapper, you and your 35,000 cloning, or not cloning, avatars. Okay, instead of thinking bad person, try thinking bad behavior. Instead of thinking I am a failure, try thinking I failed at. Here are some examples. Instead of saying I have to do well, exchange it with I want to do well. Instead of saying you shouldn't do that, exchange it with I prefer you not to do that. Instead of saying you never help me, exchange it with you rarely help me. Instead of saying I can't stand my job, exchange it with I don't like my job. Instead of saying you are a bad boy, exchange with that behavior is undesirable. Instead of saying I'm a loser, exchange it with I failed at this one task. And on that note, I'm going to see what the next song is after the other little, oh shoot, there's just 6 more. Here's an emotional vocabulary exchange table. This was a word exchange. This is an emotional vocabulary. Instead of saying I'm anxious, exchange it with I'm concerned. Instead of saying I'm depressed, exchange it with sad. Instead of saying I'm angry, exchange it with I'm annoyed. Instead of saying guilt, exchange it with I feel remorse. Instead of saying shame, exchange it with regret. Instead of saying hurt, I feel hurt by you, exchange with I'm disappointed. Instead of saying I'm jealous, exchange it with concern for my relationship. All right. You guys, I'll be back. I hope you don't leave. Only Tina can put the StreamYard link so we can copy. Do I need to check it now? I don't need to check it now, do I, Robin? I mean, I can if I need to. I must need to, huh? I wish I had some security guards and they were good looking. Really? Really, you're not? All right, I apologize. What? If you want, I'm the UK security. Whoops, I hit the wrong one too. Dang it, why is it doing that? Oh, I gotta stroll up. Yeah. Not right now, Dave. Okay, just not right. Let me see. I don't have that much more. Let me just read my theory box. And there's just a few decision-making styles. And that's it. And then I can let you up on panel. Okay, Dave? All I'm going to do is read this amount. I'm a pretty quick reader. This amount when I get back, and then I'll let you up on panel. All right? Because you've been patient for a long time, and I respect that. Oh, God. I'm so stiff from sitting down all this time. Oh, shit. Do I need to check Messenger right now? Hi, Shannon. Hello. Robin Barber, if you want. What does that mean? Is that short for the Dave thing? DAV. Okay. Let me hop over to Messenger. First I'll put music on, okay? Then I'll do the thing for Parker. Use the toilet because I was sipping on a little coffee and half of this Dr. Pepper earlier. Now I got to use the bathroom and I'll be back. Thanks, everybody. Hit the like and please subscribe if you would. Be wonderful. Okay, this is Nefx Ruthless, but I think I already played it once. So I think I'll go ahead and play. This is Streets of Punjab by Hanouk. I don't know. Let's just see what it's like. Good God. That's kind of cool. I like it. Okay, how do I get to Messenger? Different thing. I'll just do this. I'll just keep the screen going. Oh. Did the music stop, you guys? Oh, Robin, I got your message. Let's play this song again. I don't know if it's still going on your end, you guys. It might still be going. Or I could play a different one. See what the next one's like. Didn't I already play Teasing the King? Let me see. Be right back. What's happened? It says chat with us. I don't know what the heck that means. How do I get rid of this? Oh, shit. How do I get rid of the chat with us, you guys? Oh, God. Oh, there we go. Is the music still going? I'm letting my, I gotta flip the sandwich. Look at Charlie. It's okay if it's on right now, you guys. Hey. I know it. God. I forgot the kid was in here. Oh, God. Ah, shoot. Damn it. They sure eat fast. Oh, braid his hair? Oh, I never even thought of that. This is Charlie. He's had many haircuts with my Parker's beard trimmer he doesn't use. Wait. Be right back. Can you guys hear him chew? Look at that. The big nose eating his cauliflower. He stops chewing in the middle of it. Can you guys hear him chewing? When his hair's cut, oh my gosh, he looks different. He looks younger, half this size, but he hates it. Like he didn't mind it that much, but the older he gets, he's going on, he's in his 9th year, you guys. They usually live to be 6 to 8 years old. Oh, are you cleaning? What are you doing? He's in, wait, do you have something caught? What's going on here? He's a tricolor Abyssinian. Oh my God. All right, that's enough guinea pigville. Guinea pigville. He stopped chewing because he knows I'm going to do something. What's his name? Charlie. He looks like a bunny with all that hair. Yeah. And this is what happened. A guy that lives across the street, probably 10 years older than me, good 5 years back. He was really sick with cancer, getting skinnier and skinnier. He had a daughter in town that rarely visited him. And, you know, I was nice to him, helped him bring his garbage and things sometimes, you know. And I didn't know him very long, maybe barely a year. And, you know, he knew he was going to die. He kept smoking anyway. And he had a guinea pig, this one. And it was little, but it was about 1.5 years old. And, you know, I thought it was really cute. And he knew I had, wait, did I have a guinea pig then? Yeah, I did. I had a guinea pig because it started with my friend who couldn't take care of theirs. And so when one of them died, because they don't live very long, right? He told me I could have his guinea pig. He said he liked the way when I visited him that I was attentive and took the brush and was brushing him. And he saw that I was gentle, or he said literally things like that. And I was like, oh my gosh. And yeah, he gave me Charlie. He probably knew he was going to die within 5 months or whatever. Yeah, and I still got him. Hear him purr? He purrs when I pet him. Oh, he's getting a little bit of Maddie stuff in his eye. Here, maybe he'll purr again. Did you guys hear that? Aw. His companion died. Stormy. But I can't do it anymore, you guys. I just can't. He is hamming it up for the cam, says Dollar. Oh my God. He's so big. I mean, look, when I pick him up. Oh, he's a big guy. Ew, big boy. He's a big boy. Oh. I don't give him the attention he needs anymore. I don't. I'm so overwhelmed, you guys, with cats and kittens and But he's older. When he was a little younger, I'd let him run around and sweep up the pellets. Not in this room, a different one. He's so cute. Yeah, hamsters live to be what? 2 or 3, or is it 4 years old? Must do StreamYard, just saying. So cute, little piggy. I know. You paid through PayPal, couldn't find Piscine Predator and Cash App? Okay. Yeah, you were the one that, gave me his PayPal to put up. Yeah, he's chewing so fast and not eating much. They chew so fast. Oh, no, excuse me. Yeah, I mean, he's, for not, wow. But if I put pigtails or something, I never even thought of that. I mean, I could braid. I could braid right here. he's 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 like, what in the heck's going on? Oh God. When his hair isn't as long, I like to do this and pull it in front. You little sillies. God, his hair's long. It's never this long, you guys. I'm going to cry so hard when he dies. Oh, God, I can't think about it. Okay. So I'm going to pick him up and his cauliflower. Oh, God. When I watch back this video, I'm going to die. Okay. All right. First things first. Are you ready to go in your cage with your cauliflower? Oh, shoot. I don't have it open. Hold on. Oh, God. There we go. Ow. Ow. Oh, purse. Here. Oh, Lord. This used to be a literal bowl. It's a hard alfalfa. Keeps your teeth, their teeth grow every second of every day. Did you guys know that? I mean, that's probably for his whole life. I don't know how our humans' teeth grow or whatever. I don't know. Oh, gosh. Now I got cauliflower all over. Oof. God. God. Oh, dear. All right, I'm going to read Theory Box. Keys to making effective decisions. Set realistic deadlines for making decisions. Keep as focused as possible on the issue. Don't create confusion by bringing in other problems. Avoid the tendency to procrastinate. Take a time out, but do come back to the issue in a timely manner. Avoid premature judgments. Try to get as many of the facts as possible. Remain as objective as possible. Involve others in generating possible solutions in order to give you a broad perspective. Share your decisions with others, especially those affected by the decision. Steps to making effective decisions. Okay, the other one was keys to making effective decisions. This is steps. Well, what's the difference? All right, whatever. Define the decision to be made. Write down the existing alternatives that you know about. List the sources that can help in looking at new alternatives. Choose the best alternative. Implement the decision. Follow up on the decision. Evaluate and revise if necessary. Decision-making styles. I wonder what kind of styles 3 dot has in decision making. Do you think, okay, which one do you think 3 dot has? Impulsive, fatalistic, compliant, a delaying, agonizing, planning, intuitive, or paralysis? 3 dot, I think you have a paralysis decision making style. Like you know what you want to do, but then you just get. No, actually not. You just do what you want to do. Paralysis is when you can't make a decision, correct? I think you're more. I don't think you're intuitive. Well, you might be. Yours is either. I don't know. Do you delay things? Impulsive. Look at people. Impulsive for sure. Look at this. Okay, I will be back. Okay, now 3 dot Dave is dipping. Oh, you're so funny, Janice. Thank you. You have a message saying unable to connect to what? Oh, to chat? Do you still have that? Okay, where did 3 dot go? I don't know, Dave. You seem like you got a spoon. Are you planning on stirring? That's good. Raining down on me. Looks like a Dougal. What the heck's a Dougal? Under pressure. Let's go. He's like, Mom, I don't like your new friends. Oh, you're talking about the guinea pig. Oh, hamsters live 2 to 3 years. Hi, little Shawnee. Hi, that 80s room and love metal and the new ones that came in, new ladies. I do that a lot in my lives. I notice this constant, I'll go, I can't help it. It's not going to change anytime soon. Can tell you that. See? Crap. I did it again. Now it's turned into a habit. Thank you, Maria G, for helping Thomas out. Thank you. Very sweet. Oh my God. Look at 3 dot. He probably meant to say Tashi, but he said Tishy. That's kind of cute, but at least he didn't call you Tushy. Oh God, 3 dot. Yeah, Charlie's pretty happy for not having the other little guy around. He can handle it. If he had passed and I had Stormy, who's a year and a half, maybe was 2 years younger, he's the one that passed. I was just sick about that. What was I giving him? I was giving something in an eyedropper, and he did his like this in my hands. And then I Googled it, or someone sent me something, or both. He was dying in my hands. I didn't even know it. All right, let's not talk about that, which I already did. Lonely for you, Tishy. He doesn't even know he wrote it probably. Yeah, but it's weird because I always thought Charlie would go first, right? He wanted to go on panel. I know. So where the heck is he? He dipped right when we were talking about him. Interesting. Passive aggressive, maybe. Just kidding. Hi, Team Rose. Just woke up. Okay, Team Rose, which one do you think? It's a lot to choose from. Maybe there should be two involved in 3 dot. I don't know. So it's decision-making styles. Do you think 3 dot is impulsive, Fatalistic, where you let the environment decide, leave it up to fate. Motto, it's out of my hands, or it's all in the cards. Impulsive, you give little thought or examination to the issues or possibilities. You tend to take the first alternative. Motto, don't look, just leap. Boy, that's definitely 3 dot. Compliant, you allow someone else to decide. You follow someone else's plans. You offer no opinions. Motto, whatever you say, or it doesn't matter to me. Oh my God. Okay, that's definitely not 3 dot. Delaying, you tend to postpone thoughts and actions. You like to drag things out. Motto, I need more time, information, input. Or, what's the rush? That sounds a little bit like 3 dot, right? When I'm trying to end my live, if he's on panel, oh, what's the rush? Let's start talking about another topic. Agonizing. You get lost in all data and overwhelmed with analyzing alternatives. Motto, I don't know what to do, or am I so confused? Okay, that's me when I'm up on StreamYard. It's agonizing. Sometimes. Planning. You use a procedure so that the chances of reaching a satisfying end result or decision are increased. Motto, let's examine the facts, possibilities, consequences, or let's take a look at the big picture. Boy, is that you, Rose. Intuitive. You're this too. You tend to go with your gut feelings. Decisions are based on intuition and feelings. Well, I wouldn't say rather than facts for you, Rose. Motto, it just feels like the right thing to do. Don't ask me why. Okay, that's me too. I'm agonizing and intuitive. Paralysis. You decide to accept responsibility but are unable to do anything about it. Motto, I can't face up to it. Or am I throwing in the towel? Or I am throwing in the towel in this matter. Hi, Lulu. I can see you. Yeah, I must be here. All good. Yes. Now, Tushiba, did you just come on, Lulu? Because you said you worked out. You said you worked Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, right? And today's Sunday, or wait, it's Monday for you. Are you a day ahead of me? Yes. No. If you're 8 hours behind me, then we're the same day, correct? Or, I mean, not the same day. When I'm night, you're day. But it's the same date, if that makes sense. And Maria G and Maggie in the UK, they're 8 hours ahead. So pretty often they're a day ahead. Hi, Yvonne. Hi, Sidekick. Wits. Rapper all the way. Where did you think up all these silly names? See, he likes it over here. He keeps coming back. He says, I'm going to leave, and then he comes back. Right, Rapper? Oh, Dougal is from a British kids show from the 70s. That's funny. Dougal from the Magic Roundabout. Oh, gosh. Dave, you better change your name with 3 dots. The 3 dots are on Prince William's hat. Oh, God. Really? Oh, God. I mean, it's not even funny, but it's so intense, so profound, and so evil. But he probably isn't going to change it because that's who he is. 3 dot. Okay, it's Monday night in Australia. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Because, see, I could have started my live later, Lulu. Oh, my gosh. Hi, Ms. Is it Miss, Ms., or MS? It's not MS. You already told me. Now I forgot. Happy to see you. Haven't seen you in a minute. Who invented that saying? It's been a minute. Or I haven't seen you in a minute. Who invented that? It sounds like something a rapper would say. Yeah, Mission Team. Well, you knew he was in Rebels earlier, but you knew that because you were in there. Lionels has come in here, the guy from Africa, right? A few times. Yes. Yes. Poor Three Dot. He's probably having a brewski. And gonna pop back in maybe. Who was it that asked about Mission did? Mission asked, has anyone seen Three Dot in a while? In Rebels today. And I said, no, I haven't, but that's a good question or something to Mission. Okay, Team Rose, use your subliminal thinking or whatever and try to get Mission over here, especially if Three Dot comes back. 2 hours and 10 minutes. Holy moly cannoli. Okay. Well, my thinking is definitely intuitive. Not much planning. Could be fairly agonizing. I really don't postpone my thoughts and actions at all. So I don't think I'm at all delaying. Sometimes I can be compliant on this channel. I'm not fatalistic. Forget that. Leave it up to fate? No. Impulsive? I don't think so. I've never really been impulsive. I don't have ADD, ADHD. I don't think like that. I don't think I do. Wait a minute. My words are probably kind of impulsive, the way I blurt things out. Oh, Lord. Is Dottie mad? Well, I mean, we don't have to get into it, but supposedly he knew what's his face? I want to say Weinstein, but that's the director that. The heck is his name, you guys? I think he unalived himself in that jail, but Weinstein was the one, right? Was he in New York? And there were all these women that he said could be actresses, but he had to be with them too or something. I don't know. Oh, I just can't remember anything. I hate that. Oh, nice. Good for you. Yeah, you look pretty young. Oh. Oh, wait. Prince Harry. Wait, what was I? Oh, Prince William. Wait. Oh, those are the brothers. Well, what's the one that was with that out on the island supposedly with the young gal? What's his name? Isn't he a prince? Okay, Prince William is married to that Kate person and Harry is married to that Meghan. What's her last name? Markle? No. Yes. I think so. What happened? Trying to think. Well, one thing that's really interesting was the day before is that church. What was the name of it, Team Rose? Or that camp, I mean. Burren. Burren Camp or Burren Church. Quite close to the border, out in the middle of Timbuktu. And where? Like, what's to the left of Tennessee? Was that Idaho? I don't think it was Utah. Gosh, my geography stinks. What? Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh, I'm so sorry. So sad. That makes me really sad. When I went down to talk to my neighbor and say hey and see if I can get a ride tomorrow. Oh, shoot. Oh, it's too late now. It's 1:45. Well, I can still call tomorrow. Let's see if I'm picking up Kitten Chow tomorrow. Apparently the highways were shut down, like nearish here, whatever, because a woman, they know it's a woman because a driver saw her put her coat down, her coffee cup, I can't remember what else. Maybe her phone or her glasses. I don't know, something else. It was more than two things. And jump off the overpass. And I said, did she die? And she said, my neighbor said, I don't know. They were working on her. So she didn't die right away. I don't know. I mean, can you imagine if you really want to be gone out of this world and then you suffer and are in pain even more or whatever? Do you know what I mean? Oof. 3 dot left because you didn't do a panel. No, he said he'd be back or something. I saw it. He said, I'll be back. We all know he likes his beer. Maybe he hopped in his car really fast and is getting prepared for being on a panel for at least a good hour. He's thinking in his mind and he wants to have his, not liquid courage, but his beverages. There we go. I said Weinstein. Check it out, though. I know Epstein is pronounced different, but they both have the EIN in them. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're so funny. Oh, you are? Golly, you look 22 in that picture. Look at that picture. Wow. Megan La Maniac. I heard they're having some issues, you guys. Have been for a while. Like, apparently, I read it in a magazine or I saw it like I don't know if I saw it at the vet in like a People magazine. It had to have been, but or was it on YouTube? Anyway, when his grandmother passed, right? Queen Elizabeth. Right, that would be his grandma. And he went to not the funeral, not the memorial, but some kind of something. She wasn't even with him. That's kind of a big deal. But don't quote me on that. Like, what if it's a different event? But I don't think so. Yeah, if anyone wants to donate anything, a dollar, whatever, if you have it to spare and want to, I've got Thomas from the Real Piscine Predators Cash App and PayPal up there. But Maria G said, what did you say about the PayPal? You didn't say it wasn't working, did you? You said it didn't work for you? Or you're funny. He got pretty sick, worrying and fretting and freaking out about all his different um, court appearances. But he got time, right? How much time did he get? Didn't he get time? Like there were all these women, but what happened? They only believed 8 or 4 or 2, or not believed, but they only accepted time for those or something. How does that work? Okay, well, yeah. You guys, I'm not trying to be rude to anyone. Oh, Michelle Finch just dropped or hopped in. Hi. But I've been going 3 hours and I really like to limit it to that anyway because I watch back my lives. I add more mods from the chat as I'm reading the chat. I add more mods. Yes, Epstein, yes. I think he was KILLED in there on purpose. Like, totally. That's what I think because he knew too much. Maybe I'm way off. Maybe he did it to himself when you think about it. Like if he just really didn't want to stay in prison and deal with it. But who knows? The kittens are good. Her diarrhea's gone. My daughter helps me. I hold her and she squirms and does her little meow. It sounds like a cry. And then instead of doing this to her mouth deal, I push up on her forehead a little like this and it opens her mouth as she's crying like that. And then my daughter quick goes with the chicken flavored medicine. Yeah. Thank you, Robin. Thanks, everybody. Yeah. Oops. Thank you. I don't really think he did either. I I haven't seen the what are they called? The list or something? I'm assuming that has names on it, right? I'm kind of curious. I think some people did a show on it. I have no clue who's on it. I should check it out though. I'm kind of curious. Part of me doesn't give a crap, right? Because it's just more heinous whatever that's already been done with, right? And Epstein's gone. Now, of course, what's her face? The woman that was with him, she got time, right? And isn't she, I think she's from the UK even. No, maybe she's a New Yorker and she's in the States. Man, I just can't keep my facts straight. All right, you guys, I'm going to go before 3 Dot comes back. Sorry, 3 Dot. I kind of waited for you. You'll see this. I'm not trying to be mean to you or anything like that. And all this stuff we were saying. Hi, I want heart to touch. Hi there. Good to see you. All these little things we were talking about, decision making styles. I was just trying to add a little humor to things. Only you know your decision making, so don't take anything I said uh oh to heart. All right, 3 Dot. All right. Good night, everyone. Please hit the like, please I can't talk. Please subscribe if you will, and help me get to 1450. When I started my live, I was 1,420. Like wait, I'm not tickled pink. What would come after that? I'm turning purple? No, I don't know what it is. Good night, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Ghost, and absolutely every single one of you for being in here. Thank you, Michelle, for stopping by. All of you. I love you guys. Bye for now. Charlie and the kittens and the mommy and the daddy and Panda and my entire family, thank you. Please donate to Thomas if you have anything to spare. The Cash App is definitely seems to be working, and PayPal. He can't afford, or no, he can't afford, plus insurance doesn't cover all the meds he needs for him to sustain his own life for an insurmountable amount of time, if that even made any sense. All right. Love you.